About 2 weeks prior to having Dean, I was in pain off and on with pretty bad Braxton Hicks in pre-labor. During these painful 2 weeks, I went on long walks, bumpy rides, exercised, did some yoga, baby mama dance, and ate plenty of pineapple. July 10th, my mucus plug partially came out, and the next day, the rest of it came out. July 12th, I started pelvic pain, puking, and I was doing the baby mama dance, 4 times to be exact. July 13th, my posterior was soft, 50% effaced, and I was 3 centimeters dilated, and they estimated him to be 6 pounds. Now it is 2 days prior to having my baby boy, and I was extremely tired, anxious, and in pain. I was so ready to go to the hospital, but decided that it would be just best to relax and try to pass it through. It is now 9:30 p.m. on July 15th, and I'm really feeling like I'm having contractions, like real ones, but I wasn't sure, so I just tried to relax and sleep it off. I woke up a total of 5 times that night in pain. Finally, at 6 a.m. on July 16th, I said, okay, this has to be the real thing. So I messaged my mom and told her, but she wasn't up. So I laid back down to relax and woke up a half an hour later, still in a lot of pain. So I started getting the kids dressed, put the bed away, packed up the diaper bag, and told my mom, we need to go. I'm having actual contractions. 8:50 a.m., we left to head to the hospital. We were staying at my mom's house during this time, and she lives about an hour and a half away from the hospital that I was delivering at. My husband was already on his way over to my mom's, so I told him to turn around, that we were having the baby, so he was going to meet us at the hospital. So as we were on our way, we had to pick up my sister Michaela to watch the girls in the waiting room while I deliver. Then I need to pee really bad, so my mom pulls into the Dunkin' Donuts. Me and my sister Noelle head in, and of course there's someone in the bathroom. As we're standing outside the bathroom, I'm having another contraction, and then another one a few minutes later. We see my mom through the drive-thru window because she was ordering a cold drink, and she's sitting there laughing at me. And I smiled, and I was like, oh my god, Mom, really? Finally, this person gets out of the bathroom, and it's a worker. And as I'm going to the bathroom, I'm having yet another contraction. We get outside and tell my mom what's going on, and she's like, oh my god, I'm going to have to fly there. Your contractions are really close. So I'm obviously in a lot of pain off and on with contractions. At first, I do really good with my breathing, and then I felt like I was going to puke, so Noelle grabbed me something to puke in, and I probably puked about 6 times total. Noelle was there for me and so supportive the whole ride. After a while, probably like a half an hour now, I kind of started yelling and holding my crotch. I literally felt like I was going to have him in the car. My mom and my sister Noelle were helping me time my contractions with the app I had. At this point, my contractions were 3 minutes apart and 50 seconds long, a total of 26 contractions from my mom's house to the hospital. When I told my mom the pain I was feeling and that I needed to push right now, she went faster. Now we're like 10 minutes away at this point. I'm hysterical, and I was like, shit, I'm probably gonna have to do this all natural. I've never experienced this pain because with my other 2, I had Pitocin, epidural, and with Sophia, I had Zofran. So all this pain was new to me. It's now 10:20 a.m., and we're pulling into the hospital. My mom said I got the girls, but Ava really wanted to come with me, so I had her get out, and as soon as we walked to the door, I dropped to the floor. Thankfully, my husband was walking up and saw me, so him and Ava quickly got away. It's now 10:35, and Dr. Harvey came in to check on me and asked what was going on, which my sisters and my mom had to talk for me because I was giving an attitude. I didn't want to talk. I was in a lot of pain. She hooked up the contractions and heart rate monitors. 10:44, the midwife came in to check me, and I was 9.5 centimeters dilated, 100% effaced, and membranes were intact. I started screaming in pain, and my mom and the nurses kept telling me how to breathe and reminding me to breathe during contractions. They also kept telling me that when I scream, I'm taking oxygen away from Dean, and I need to think about him. I was trying my hardest, and I would do so good, but then I could only take so much. I kept telling them I need to push, and they kept telling me I couldn't and that it's not time yet, but I insisted. As they were pushing me on the bed to bring me to another room I'd be staying in, I started bearing down and pushing, and I wasn't even doing it. My body was doing it on its own. One of the nurses noticed I was doing that, and she said, the baby's coming, she's bearing down, we need to go quickly. So she put the bed next to the other bed I was going to have him in and told me to roll onto the other bed, and I said, I can't, as I was pushing. So they literally picked me up and put me onto the other bed. As soon as they put me down, they ripped off my pants, and yes, I'm still in my normal clothes at this point. She spread my legs and checks me and says, "Oh my God, she's right. She needs to push. The baby's head is right there." They quickly had one nurse putting an IV in me, another one getting everything sterilized and ready, another one getting me an oxygen mask, and my sister was getting me washcloths with cold water on them. Meanwhile, my daughters and sister Michaela head to the waiting room. They started telling me to push, and oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. All natural definitely hurts. After pushing for not even 2 minutes, he was here at 10:57. This is where it gets scary. So, when he came out, I heard him cry. He only cried for a couple seconds, and he stopped.